We have Jonathan Reynold asked, since he knew weeks and months ago about the problem in British Steel, why didn't he do anything then? And I put the reason, I think, it was to help cover up the mistake of cancelling rape gang inquiries that have now fallen out of the media, because they've all disappeared out of the media because these stories about them buying the steel to cover it up. Because the elections were on May the 1st. So they had to get that inquiry, the cancellation of the rape gang inquiry, out of the press. And Labour have done that. But let's listen to his excuses. But he doesn't make a lot of sense. Oh, hang on. 1 second. I will start that again. Because for some reason it stopped picking it up.
That everybody listening will hear you've used the phrase, it gives us a chance, I think, 4 times. And the implication of that is that we can't then, as taxpayers, be sure that what you've done is actually going to work. And the question then comes, as we've just heard from Gary Smith, the unions warned you 2 weeks ago that the Chinese were not necessarily bringing the coal in that they needed. If you look back over recent months, there have been many more warnings from the company, from people.
Why are we using the coal from other countries? Why can't they allow us to open a coal mine in the UK because of the Green New Deal crap? We could produce our own coal here for a lot cheaper, and people go, "Oh yeah, but then it's going to put up our CO2 levels." But what do you think it's doing? How many more CO2s is it being produced in China, then being shipped all the way here? Double them. Oh, but it's okay because that's China emissions, not our emissions. It doesn't make sense.
People like the Mayor of Teesside, Ben Houchin, plenty of warnings to government that this situation was coming to a crunch. Might you end up looking like you irresponsibly let this go right down to the wire and in the end it failed?
No, because we've been monitoring the situation with raw materials so closely. That's why we were in a position to legally offer a way forward last week, which was that the British government would have supported the purchase of raw materials in a way which would have incurred no losses for the shareholder, Xingye, and actually
they would have paid Xingye £500 million to keep the steel going, to buy coal and the minerals from the company that's going bankrupt because it hasn't got the coal or the minerals. This is their logic.
Even made that offer even more generous than that opening position. But it became clear to me and to the government that no financial offer of any generosity would have been accepted by the government. This was the situation on the 10th of April. On the Friday, we had agreement from the Cabinet. On Saturday, Parliament was recalled, and here we are on Sunday.
But it was at the 25th of March that British Steel made a statement in public saying that they might have to close the furnaces. Why did you let it get till this Thursday, when the coal's about to run out, that you actually made this decision?
Because I don't think...
Because they knew they was going to make the announcement that they were stopping the rape gangs inquiries, and this has taken over the news cycle. If you look, that has dropped right out. They needed something to cover it, so this is why it has been postponed so long. Because we've got elections soon, and now they can say, I did the right thing.
In any job, in any role in government, you take emergency powers of the scale that happened yesterday until you have that emergency situation. We have been negotiating in good faith. We have been expecting, as I think is reasonable, an economically rational partner on the other side. When that became evident that that was not possible, that required the kind of significant, dramatic emergency action which was taken yesterday.
And this is what happens when you let other countries take over your main industries. People have been saying it for years. I've been saying it for years. I've said it for the last 10 years. But we get told, no, we're stupid. We don't know what we're doing. It's better to let other countries.